I have shared some PPT. Is it visible? Is it shared?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So today we will discuss MESP 085. First of all, we will discuss what is MESP 085. It is the project work based on MES 01, MES 081, 082, 083, and 084, and that you have to submit at your regional center because it is also part of your continuous evaluation and having 16 credit. So first we will discuss about something MES 085. So whole picture of this project work is given below. This is your 16 credit course comprising 4 blocks and activities also given. If we see block number 1, then there are 2 activity which you have to write on the child. You have to choose any child and create some historical and both 2 activities are having 2 credits and you have to choose any one. First activity is child development, social activities, and second is related to child behavior. You have to choose only one activity. And today we will discuss block 1 only. Similarly, block 2 is there. There are 4 units of 1 credit, and among 4 credit, you have to choose 1 credit activity as per your choice, as per your interest. Similarly, block number 3, there are 3 units and you have to take 3 activities. Your voice is not coming. Anybody has any query? Yeah, I think.
No, sir.
Okay. Let me continue. Yeah. So similarly, block 3, it is also having 3 units. First unit, 4 activities there, and you have to choose. In unit 1, there are many activities, and you have to choose 4 activities. Similarly, unit 2, you have to choose 4 activities. Similarly, unit 3, you have to choose any 4 activities. Number of activities are given in your this practical work. Similarly, block number 4, here also there are 3 sections A, B, C, and whatever you have to done, you have to do. It is given in your complete chart. Means you have to choose 16 credit overall. You have to choose 16 credit. In the last session, I will tell you how you will write and but one by one. First of all, we will take only block number 1. So in block number 1, there are 2 activities basically. One, number of activities given on child developments, and second is child behavior. In block number 2, total 8 units are given from unit 1 to 4. various activities given and you have to choose any one activity. Either you choose activity from unit 1, unit 2, unit 3 and unit 4. Similarly, unit 5, unit 6, unit 7, unit 8 are given and you have to choose any one activity. As a summary, I would say that you have to choose two activity from block number 1. So what are the activities? Unit 1, there is a one activity. The aim of activity is to observe the behavior of child between 3 years to 6 years of age for 30 minutes each day over a week. Means first of all you have to identify a child, number 1. Number 2, you have to write brief about the child, means in which class he is read and how many family members, means basic information of the child. And you have to observe that child 30 minutes per day, and by observing whatever you are getting as a result, as a your perception, as a your conclusion, you have to write on your paper. The paper size, you can take your own paper or you can use your study material paper getting photocopy. So what will be the objective of your study? To study the different behavior of child. As I said, identify one child, but child should be aged between 3 to 6 year only. You can take 3-year-old child, you can take 4 year, 5 year, 6 year, or within these years. Even you can take 4 and 5 years, 4.5 years, 4.6, as whatever child is available, easily available to you. The second objective, to familiarize yourself with the technique of observation and develop your skill of observation. In last previous sessions, you must be aware what is the technique of observation and what are the important points for observation and what are the measures that has to be taken by a teacher while observing a child. So there are some guidelines. You know, similarly, you will get many activities. Let me discuss first this activity. The guidelines for observation: select a comfortable place to sit in order to see and hear the child completely. That may be your uh, staff room, that may be the home of the child, even that may be the where you can ask some questions or you can uh, get familiar with the child. So first you have to be comfortable so that you may listen the child and you may observe the child. You will have to follow the child if he or she moves from place to place and make the recordings systematic. Recordings means observations. It is not kind of videography. It is a kind of recording, means you have to write important points, what you have observed about the child movement and what was as per the objective. You have to write each and every activity. Do not let yourself visible to the child. Otherwise, child will not perform actually. So you should not be visible. You should not tell that I am observing you. So that's why it is very clear. Do not let yourself visible to the child. And in case of inquiry, tell them an honest answer. For example, you are writing. Means अगर आपको बताना पड़े, then tell that I am writing some important things about you. Although try to be uh, invisible for the child. Make sure that you look at others around in general from time to time, but focusing your attention on the subject. If the learner may watch you, then it should not pretend to the learner that he and she or anybody else is watching them. The environment should be kind of normal. Fourth one is make sure that you look at other around in journal. Sorry, that completed. Fourth one is you should record the observation and then when it happen in a natural way, make short note first on the event occur, then later fill the uh, details, but do not delay in completing for your mind. You might forget it. Yes, whatever you are observing, write quickly and instantly. Otherwise, you may forget or the things may uh, overlap. While observing the child, you should not give any command to the child or should not interface with the child at all. You must record both positive and negative behavior of the child. As a teacher, when you are observing the child's behavior, then you should record both, means negative and positive behavior of the child. And based on observation, you have to analyze. You have to analyze the things. Whatever data you have collected in qualitative form, it is not quantitative because whatever you are observing, it is not in the form of numbers. It is in the form of qualitative data. So analyze that qualitative data, whatever you have written based on your observation. So the analysis of the observation has to be done as per the objectives of the practical exercise and the guidelines provided. Means for any activity, any practical, you have to frame some objectives and some guidelines and you have to analyze the data within the set guidelines and objectives. So observation form, it is given in your prospectus and you may use your own paper, but format will be same for all of you. To observe the behavior of child who is between 3 to 6 year age for 30 minutes daily. So you have to write on first page name of the child, what is his age, his or her age, date of observation, and how much time you have taken for observation, and venue. What was the venue? Means it was classroom, staff room, house of the child, or in the any other place. So this is about brief about your project and what you have to do. Next, how you will write. So you will use such type of table. Means for day one you will make the table like that. First column is observation and second column is analysis. Physical development, whatever you have observed of the child, please write in the physical development. Second is emotional development, whatever you have observed in respect to emotional development. Motor activity in 30 minutes, what time he was walked, what time he was just sit on the ground, and what time he used for learning or reading or writing. Write each and every activity. Personal development, what time he is devoting for their personal development, means wearing the clothes or seeing that clothes are dirty or not. Language development, for language development you may ask simple questions. You may ask any that what it is, similar simple questions you may ask for knowing that whether the language development in the child is taken place or not. intellectual development, whatever you are seeing, you write, or you may ask, you may create the situation so that you may know about the intellectual development of the child. Similarly, participation. If the child is in the family, then you will be able to see the level of participation, what he is acting with the siblings, what he is behaving with their parents, with the elders. So, by observation, you will get that what is the level of participation. Similarly, on the same format, you will write day 1 activity analysis, day 2 activity, day 3 activity, day 4, day 5. Means first, I'm just summarizing, you have to choose one child that should be within the age of 3 to 6 years, and you have to observe daily 30 years without telling him or her, and write the observation within these 7 points. Number one is physical development, emotional development, motor activity, personal development, language development, intellectual development, and participation. And you repeat and you write every day for next coming 6 days. So I am not taking this slide again and again, otherwise it will change only day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. I have taken only day 6. Similarly, you will write day 6 activities of the child, whatever you have observed. Finally, you write conclusion of all 6 days, whatever you have observed on first day. If you find any improvement in the particular activity, particular segment, like for physical development, what physical development you have observed in day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. If there any development, any positive things, if there any positive change in emotional development, or any negative development in motor activity, so you have to write positive or negative development of all these 7 parameters. So this is about your first activity. Means you have to choose one student or one child aging 3 to 6 years, and you take 6 paper. I think you should take a 6 paper and make the chart like that, and write the everyday activity after observing the child for 30 minutes. So this is one activity. Similarly, observation and recording of winning period behavior of preschool children. This is unit 2, and as per unit 2, activity is very clear. Means aim is given. What is the aim? To observe and record the weaning period behavior of preschool children. This is the aim, and as per aim, there are 3 objectives, and you have to frame to observe or find out the behavioral change exhibited by the child during the weaning period. The second objective, to observe how well the child adjusts physically and emotionally to the weaning process. And the third is to observe how effectively the child accepts to take solid food instead of mother's milk. So these are the 3 objectives, and as per objective, there are some guidelines for observation. Means you have to observe the child like as you have done in activity number 1 of unit 1. Then what is the guideline? First, observe the child during the weaning period for about 15 minutes at the time of its usual feed time. Observe the type of food or mode of feeding, whether he is feeding directly from mother or he is using some bottle. milk bottle like that. And the practical and emotional behavior of the child. Second guidelines is don't make any comments or interfere with the child's or its mother during the observation period. Means don't disturb mother as well as child. The practical should be, the activity should be practical on, natural. You should record the observations as it happens. You must record both positive and negative behavior of the child as given in the unit 1 and activity 1. So within the framed guidelines and as per objectives, you have observed the child and you have taken some data in the qualitative form. Now what you have to do? You have to do analyze the data. So the analysis of the observation should be based on the objectives and guidelines of the study. Means within the objective and guidelines, you have to observe the child and write the activity, whatever he or she has performed. But what is changed here? In the first activity, time was 30 minutes for observation, and in this particular activity, the time is only 15 minutes. So, but if one thing is added here, observation schedule to observe the behavior of the child during the weaning period for 15 minutes each at the usual feed time for a week. Means you have to observe the child for a week daily, 15 minutes. As far as the report is concerned, similarly, you have to take very plain paper and whatever paper you have to write the name of child, what is the age, date of observation, which date to which date, and what is the time of observation, means morning 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. whatever it, afternoon में कितना है, and evening we have two time 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. So these are the observation times. Means if whatever I am understanding means you have to observe the child twice in morning, afternoon one time, and evening in two times. Means 5 times you have to observe the child every day, and the time is 15 minutes for observation. And when you of course you are taking the weaning period, then it will be the home of the child. Sorry. So what will be the format? This will be the format. You will write, you will make the column like observation and analysis. Write day 1 and time is also. Write morning 8 a.m., 10 a.m., afternoon 12 noon and 2 p.m., evening 4 p.m. or 6 p.m. Analysis, whatever you have observed, 15 minutes 8 at 8 a.m., 15 minutes at 10 a.m., 15 minutes at 12 noon, 15 minutes 2 p.m., 15 minutes 4 p.m., 15 minutes 6 p.m. Means in a day, what time? 15, 15, 30, 30 and 30, 60, 90 minutes. Means per day, 90-minute observation is there for the child. So you will repeat this for all 6 days. That's why I have taken day 1 only and I have taken last in day 6. But you have to write 6-page activity of the child and at morning time, afternoon time, and evening time. So whatever improvement you have observed in where is written? Yeah, in the behavior of the preschool child. So as far as this emotional behavior is concerned, so you have to write the summary all 6 days based on your observation. Whatever emotional improvement you find, emotional development you have find to write in a conclusion. So this is unit number 2 of your 1 credit activity. Next is this is unit number 3. What it is? Observation and recording of post-weaning behavior of preschool children. So this is the third activity, and as we are clear that from unit 1 to 4 we have to choose any one activity. You may choose one activity 30 minutes observation for 6 days, that 3 to 6 year aged child, about their behavior, and behavior 6 7 parameter were given. Second activity was you have to observe weaning time for 15 minutes for a particular time, but you have to observe 6 times in a day and for a week. And third, it is given, then it is little change, that it is the recording of post weaning behavior. So the objective are 3: to study the post weaning behavior of preschool children, that is the period of about 3 or 4 weeks after weaning; to observe how well the child adjusts physically, emotionally, and socially after weaning; to observe how the child has turned into the new feeding process, that is with the help of glass and cup. Guidelines, there are certain guidelines. Within these guidelines you have to perform your practical. The first guideline is observe the child's behavior in different aspects like its social interaction, physical activity, emotional adjustment, and so. Observe the attitude of the child regarding the new feeding process, and make sure do not interfere the child, and not observation not observation should be instantly. So based on this data analysis, you have to do the analysis should be done with respect to objectives and guidelines mentioned above, but your observation and एनालिसिस इन द टाइम टेबल जो गिवन है उसमें आपको नोट करना है, टाइम टेबल फॉर्म गिवन बिलो. So for that again you have to repeat the same. Write some brief about the object or subject, means name of the child, age of the child, date of observation. There may be the 6 days, time of observation per day, and venue. After leaning, after weaning, then it may be the further again school and home. So what is the format actually? This is the format. Day 1, whatever you have observed, write about the post-weaning behavior of the preschool child, and based on the observation, write behavior of the child. So these activity you have to repeat for second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, and sixth day. I have taken the 6 day activities. Similarly, you have to write your observation, but observation should be based on, as I have discussed, on 3 parameters, that is social interaction, physical activities, and emotional adjustment. So whatever positive and negative improvement you have observed, write in your conclusions based on observation and analysis of the data. So this was activity third given in unit number 3. Now the fourth activity is observation and recording of the behaviors and reaction. Whatever reactions the child is given of children when assigned simple task. This is the kind of good activity, and as a teacher we should perform that. Although 3 activities previously described are also important, but what I like most, this is activity number 4, because we are giving some task to the child and we are observing what the reaction they are giving. So what is the aim of this activity? The aim of activity is to observe and record the behavior and reactions of children when simple tasks are assigned over a week. Task may be like, you may give alphabet, you may give numbers, you may give simple figures, you may give natural things to the child for identification. So there are many activities which you have to take or you may take. So there are some objectives, means to observe the way children behave and react when a task is assigned. The task may be having the many child, and you may give the group task to the children, but you observe only one child. Means you will observe the participation level of the child and other things of the child. To observe how child interact to complete the task, whether child is interested, child is ready, child is enthusiastic, child is eager to complete the task, and what he or she is interacting with the teacher and other family members, society, peer groups. So observe what the children is reacting when he is being asked to complete the task. To observe how they organize themselves to do the task. Fourth, to study the extent to which the child is skilled to complete the task. So there are four objectives, and you have to write your observation as per these four objectives. But there are certainly some guidelines. Guidelines means they may limit your activity and they may give complete picture for your observation. Otherwise, you may go out of the box. The first guideline, make arrangement to observe the children before they are given the task. Means you may take it as a pre-observation or pre-activity. So write some points without giving the task and then give the task to the child and then observe the same and write for analysis. Make observations from the time the task is assigned till it's complete. Record it immediately. Means record before giving the task and record when you are giving the task until completion of task. Here time limit is not given. Otherwise, in previous three activities, the time limit was given, but here there is no time limit. Observe the positive and negative attitude exhibited by the kids. It's simple, means you are not only to take positive aspect, positive change, positive behavior of the child, even you have to write the negative attitude and negative behavior also. Analysis, all analysis should be written within the given objectives and the guidelines. And what is the procedure and what is the format for report? Name of the object, write the name of object, age group, date of observation, and time, from which time to which time you have observed, even date wise, and when where you are observing. It may be the classroom, because many tasks are given to the child in the classroom, and it may be the home when you are giving the task as a homework. The format is this: whatever activity you have given in day first, write there. Observation, whatever you have made, and analysis. For example, if you are taking activity counting of sorry, identification of color. So you have written the activity is the identification of color, and give the color to the child and ask the name. What is the name of this color? You write the observation, what he and she is reacting, and then analysis. A second example may be identification of alphabet. You may give the alphabet to the child and ask some simple question. Then where is B, where is C, where is D, and analysis. If the learner is able to identify each and every alphabet, then write your conclusion. And day 2, the activity may be different. Day 3, the activity may be different. Day 4, the activity may be different. And similarly, day 5. Vice versa, the same activity may be there because you are not getting any improvement among the child. So, whatever activity you have taken day 1, if the satisfaction level of the particular activity is not there, then repeat the same activity in day 2 and repeat again for 6 days. So I have taken this format of day 1 only. It will be repeated by, this format will be repeated by 6 times. I have taken last day activity, that is day 6. So activity, write the activity in column first, then observation, whatever you have observed as a teacher, and third is analysis. Based on the observation, write the final comment. And based on these 6 final comment, write the conclusion in the last. So these are the 4 activities, and from these 4 activities you have to choose one activity and write on. As I suggested, you may use the paper of your study material getting photocopy, or you may take your blank paper and draw this format and write the analysis and final conclusion. 1 minute for you. If you have any question or any modification or any query. One thing is very clear, whatever I have discussed, you have to choose one activity only from unit 1 to 4. Although I will, in the last, I will also give some examples. I don't know whether that example is correct or not, because it is the duty of evaluator what marks he or she is assigning to that particular project. But I will show you one project.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Seema Kapoor, very good evening.
Yes, sir, I wanted to understand that do we have something like a synopsis that we need to prepare?
No, 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 no. No
Okay,
synopsis is required. No synopsis approval is required. You take your activity as your as on because you are a teacher, and do real practical on the child and write your uh, natural observation.
okay. So, which means that the entire practical manual which is there,
Yeah,
one is I didn't receive the material. So, can we download the same? Is it
yeah.
the
You
same
can
which is
download. You
there?
can download from eGyan course. It is available.
Okay, perfectly fine. And like once we have downloaded and we have gone through this, the sessions which you're providing, after that we can make the complete project and we need to take it to the
See, you have
study
to write.
center.
You have to write 16 activities overall.
Okay,
I will discuss day by day. Today, I will discuss some activities. As I discussed only one credit activity. From
okay,
unit 1 to 4, you have to choose any one activity and complete it. Similarly, from unit number 5 to 8, choose any one activity. Means from block 1, you have to choose only 2 activities.
okay,
And finally, you have to choose 16 activity and just combine all 16 activity and submit to your regional center, not your study center. And
okay,
it all activities should be done by your own. There is no supervision is required.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
Pratibha, Dinesh Kumar. Let me, should I complete? Is it related to this? To ask. Otherwise, we will discuss in later.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Pratibha, Pratibha Dinesh Kumar, you have raised your hand. Yeah, please ask, or you may write in chat box.
Excuse me, sir. I want to ask one question.
Yeah,
Sir, I want to ask that whether we require to choose the guide as mentioned in the project manual.
no, 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 no. I have already told you there is no need of guide. It is your own activity.
Okay,
But
sir.
you may, what you can do, you may verify, you may get verified from your coordinator of your study center that I have completed my activity.
Sir,
Okay.
is there any approval required for
No, no,
completion
no,
after
no,
completion of
no,
project?
no. In response to earlier query, I have already cleared that no approval is required because it is not synopsis based. It is the action research based activities. One question is there. Can it be? Yes, it can be your or own son or daughter. But important is what is important. Important is you have to choose 3 to 6 year old child, male or female. Bhavna Singh. See, the time schedule is already given in your prospectus and project. Okay, let me complete my other activity, then we will discuss later on. So, after this is unit 5, and as I told you that unit 5 to unit 8, you have to choose one activity, and there are 4 activities are given, and we will discuss one by one. The one activity is home visit of a typical child and intervening his or her parents and siblings. Home visits of a typical child and interviewing, sorry, interviewing means उनका आपको साक्षात्कार इंटरव्यू लेना है. His and her parents and siblings. So for that, the aim is clear: to visit a preschool child's home and interview its parents and siblings. It is also very good activity, and there are 6 objectives given to complete this activity. To visit the home of preschool child and learn about his or her behavior, means that child may be previous. His or her behavior you have already observed, you have already written your activity on the behavior. So write, so sorry, visit the child and learn the learner's behavior, family situations, and the family members. How many family members are there? Means brief about the child and their environment, family environment. The second objective is to know the child behave at home and towards his and her parents and siblings. Means what is the behavior of the child with the siblings and with the family members. To understand the relationship between the child and his family members, to collect information of the kind of diet, means what he and she is eating each day and every meals, means breakfast what he or she is taking, lunch and dinner. To find out the attitude of the parents and sibling toward the child, whether it is cordial or whether it is little cordial, or there may be the many reasons, but you have to find out the attitude of parents. If the number of childs are more, then definitely attitude of the parents to each and every child may not be same. to become familiar with the techniques of interviewing. There are so many techniques of interview. So before conducting the kind of interview of parents and siblings, you as a teacher must be aware the techniques of interview. It may be direct interview, it may be the direct interview, it may be the written, it may be the oral. There are many kind of interview. So there are certain guidelines also given. Number one guideline is should use the interview schedule to interview so as not to forget any questions. Means you may write the answer questions on the paper, otherwise you may forget any question or any important question. You must interview the father and mother and the siblings separately. You should not allow the mother and father and siblings sit and take interview one by one. No, you should take the interview any of member of family, father, mother, and siblings separately. Use blank sheets to record the interview responses, and after the interview responses must be written in the space. There is a format is given that I will share you. You must give enough time for the interview to answer your questions. It should not be time limit. You must read the options about the questions. If the respondent is not able to respond you, then you may give alternative answers to the respondent. The analysis of the interview will be guided by the objectives of the interview. The analysis should be written in the brief, otherwise it will be a lengthy project. And the teacher trainee can complete the schedule from subsequent home visits. So these are the guidelines. Interview schedule for this exercise: to interview the parents, means mother and father and sibling. An interview schedule has been provided so that you could record information from the respondents separately. So as a crest, there should be a written interview schedule, and or this interview schedule should be performed within the given objectives, and analysis the interview within the given format. This is the first of all we will discuss the questionnaire because it is a very interesting and long questionnaire. Excuse me, I should share you the questionnaire. Yeah, questionnaire is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, a guide for nursery school teacher. This is a questionnaire, means write the name of school, name of the. It is given in your this project guide. I'm just discussing the format. Name of the pupil, name of the guardian, means father. What is the occupation? Name of the mother. What her occupation? Total family income. Complete local address. If anybody is working in some office, write the office, their telephone numbers, residence, and name of the previous school attended, name of that particular school's duration, means nursery to prep and whatever, or preschool, date of vaccination, type of vaccination has been done and what time. It is a general information about the child. And get the signature of parents and guardian because this information is given by the parents. Second, same Name of the pupil, father's name, his general health, name of the mother, date of birth, educational qualification, occupation, her general health, name of the guardian if the family member is not available or child is staying with guardian, qualification of guardian, occupation, his general health, his relationship to the child, annual income of the family, language spoken at home, language spoken by the pupil, religious caste, place where the family lived before if they have migrated and where family was resided, type of family, is it single or joint, order of birth, it is first child, second child, and name of the sibling, and with their sex means gender, date of birth, class in which class they are studying, and the name of the school. If you talk the cumulative record folder, pupil lives with either with both parents and sorry mother and father, father and stepmother. These are the simple informations that you have to write. Still- Yes. So this is the simple information about the subject on which you are writing your activity. I'm just scrolling. This information you are getting from father. So you have to write the activities or informations and get the signature of father with date. Similarly, this is the interview schedule for mother. There are some certain questions. You may tick yourself by asking them if the mother and father are not literate or not educated. You may get it done yourself by asking them like birth history, birth weight, the child was premature, post mature, normal, complications of pregnancy, type of delivery, developmental history like weaning a western bottle, the child sat at the age of, child walked at the age of, child spoke at the age of. These are the about the child but from the mothers. Toilet training like other things and about family, about eating habit, breakfast time, so dinner time, even what are the time of milk and soft drink, whether he or she is taking or not. sleeping habit. Does he goes to bed willingly or reluctantly? Does he sleep quickly or delayed? So the child spend maximum time with the mother. So the questionnaire of mother is little bit lengthy. Discipline, because mother is the right person who tell about the discipline, interest. So this is the questionnaire. Housing facilities. Sorry, mothers. Where is the mother sign? I think by taking photo, the signature of mother was left. Otherwise, eating habit. This should be based on observation of mother. Like this is yes. Here should be the mother signature, and this is the cumulative record done by teacher based on the observation of child, father, and mother. So this is the questionnaire that filled by the teacher based on the response received from the mother and father. This is. I'm not going in detail, otherwise time will be over while discussing this questionnaire. I'm just scrolling. Yeah, summary is important. As a teacher, based on the based on the questionnaire and answers of respondent, you have to write or highlight the important information which will facilitate to understand the child. So this is the activity. Again, this is the interview of father. Yeah, it is. The first interview was the basic information, and second is the quite different. But you have to use this questionnaire only, whatever given in your. These are the questions. Simple questions. Are the family members, all the family member, all the members of family healthy? Does may any suffer from any disease? Very practical question. Does the child watch TV? Which program does he watch? And you have to fill all these based on the response of the both mother and fathers. That may be the possible the same questions as being asked from mother and father and sibling. And it is our duty to analyze if the answer is same, then information is correct. If the same question is being asked from three people and the answer is different, means their reliability is questionable. So this is about the Unit 5, questionnaire based activity. And in the last, you have to write whatever you have observed based on analysis. What is your conclusion? And submit it with all the activities at your regional center. So this was the questionnaire. If you are interested to do activity or based on this questionnaire, you may opt the child and interview the mother and father and their siblings and analyze the result. So let me continue our PPT again. So 3 more activities are also there. So after discussing the questionnaire based on Unit 5, go for Unit 6. Unit 6 is observation of a selected preschool child for a continuous period of 6 weeks and documenting its behavior, CD records, comments, suggestions, etc. So this is the activity 6, and the aim of activity is to observe a preschool child for 6 weeks and documents means write. It should be written his or her behavior. There are 3 objectives: to study the behavior of preschool child, to document the behavior of preschool child, to familiarize the technique of documenting, and these objectives should be get completed within the 4 guidelines, means be around the child without interfering to observe the child behavior, record the observation in a natural way. For documentation, you may take photos. I will show you photos of the varying situation or shoot the child behaviors. You should also use the comments and give your suggestions for each of documented matter. So what should be the format? On the blank page, write the name of child, age, duration of observation, and venue. As I already discussed, if you are observing the child, means that venue may be the school of the child, that is classroom, or that will be the at home. What is important thing is written: the behavior of the child with supporting documents, comments, and suggestions in a separate record book for 6 weeks, means 6 days per week. You have to take 6 days. Means 6 multiplied 6 means 36 days activities is there. For that particular activity, it is a kind of longitudinal research, means observe the child, make your own questions and write the observation and write the analysis. No format is there, or you may take your own format. I will show you the what one child has, teacher has taken the format for complete this activity. Unit 7, that is maintaining the health diary of a selected preschool child. The aim is clear: to maintain the health diary of a preschool child for 6 weeks. Means you have to prepare one diary. You know the format of diary. Objectives: Write the objectives to study the health of preschool child, to record the child felt during this period, how he is feeling. They record any health problem, whatever is faced by the child, and not the measures that were taken by the parents, teachers, and others on the matter of health of the child. To develop the skill of maintaining a health diary. Guidelines, there are certainly guidelines are given, and within the guidelines you have to perform this activity, means observe the health condition of the subject and record it, not the health problem faced by child, no matter how minor they seem. Record how the health are affected by the subject, not the measures taken to overcome the problems, and write your suggestions too in the last paragraph. Format is clear. Name of the child, age of the child, venue. General health means normal, ill, or weak, or healthy. You may write there based on the first appearance of the child. Date of vaccination. You may ask the parents and family members about get this information. Height you can measure, weight you can measure, eye vision. You may ask the parents if they are wearing any glass and any specs. Ears, hearing, teeth, skin, nose and throat, speech defect, and physical defects. So this is the simple formats to get the information about the child health. This is the format. Maintaining the health diary of select preschool child. Day 1, week 1. Health condition, write the day 1 observation, health condition, health problem faced by children, how they affected by daily routine, the measures taken by the overcome this problem by teachers, and suggestions, whatever the suggestions of the researcher, means as a teacher, what are the suggestions which you have to write. And you repeat this activity day 2 of week 1, day 3 of week 1, day 4 of week 1, day 5 of week 1, day 6 of week 1. And you know this is the 6 days activities, means do and write activities in the given format. I have taken the 6 week activities because you have to repeat second week, third week, fifth week, and this is the 6th week. And based on the activities and whatever you have collected the information, write your conclusion in the bottom part. So this is activity 7. Next, this is last but not least. This is the eighth activity. Documenting and interpreting the social development of preschool children over the period of 6 weeks. This is also 6 week activity. So I think in unit 5 to 8, all activities are having 6 weeks, but you have to take only one activity. Aim to document and interpret the social development of preschool child. There are 3 objectives are given: to observe the social development of preschooler, to document of social development of preschooler, and interpret the pattern of social development, that too within the given guidelines. The first guideline is documents, means you may take photograph and make video of the child and interpret pattern of interaction and relationship of the subject with others. Documents, photos or videos showing attitude of the child, subject, and the interpretation should be given. Documents and interpret the sensitiveness of the child towards the varying social environment, and the format is given: name the child, age the child, duration of the study, and venue where you are doing this activity. And there are some important precautions, means the interactions, the social development of the preschool child with respect to the following: the interaction and relationship with others, attitude of the child towards others, the sensitiveness of the child towards the varying environment. And this is the 6 week activities, and 1 week is having 6 day. Means you have to take some photograph and write some comments, interpretation, and further suggestion also. So this is the about your 2 credit activities of block number 1. There are 8 activities are given in part 1. There are 4 activities. You have to choose one activity. In part B, there are 4 activities again. You have to choose one activity. As a whole, you have to choose 2 activities from block 1. So this is about your project based on block 1. I am also sharing uh, one example of your project that may be not as per your taste, but I have taken from somewhere. So please see it. Is it visible? Is it visible?
No,
Yeah.
sir.
Visible or not? I think it should visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So one of teacher has prepared this block 1 activities. Just see how he and she has completed this particular project. Block 1, he has taken this page, and he or she has started from where? Block 1 she has written, and knowing the learner's primary exploration of the child behavior and development. He has taken these activities from unit number 4, means block number block number 1, part A, unit 4. Observation and recording of the behavior and the reactions of the children when assigned a simple task. Aim is given. The name was child Piyush. Age was 6 years. Date of observation was 18 February 2020. Time is also given. Venue was the home. And arrangement of observation. He and she did some observation. Positive attitude by the kids. He and she has recorded. Means what she has recorded, it should be, means the child was energetic, curious, and this is what is skillful and happy. Negative attitude, she has also written. No, she has not observed the negative attitude. She may mother of the child. Is it so or not? Because for mother, no negative attitudes found in the child. Anyway, so day 1 activity tree, and he assigned this activity to the child. Observation she made. She has written some observation. She and he analyzed some thing, and what activities she has given. I should it should be 100. Yeah. She asked the child to make this picture, and she has also taken, he or she has also taken the photograph with the child very interestingly. And day 2, he and she has taken another child. As I said, the child may be same if the object is not satisfied. If the object is satisfied, then you may take the other child or the other age group. So activity, then observation, Then he and she did analysis, and then he written positive and negative attitude, and activity was given like that. Can anybody tell what is the activity? The child was given some blocks and some buttons, and to make the
Beads,
what
sir.
speak
Thread
loud.
the beads. Thread the beads.
Yeah.
Beads, sir. Huh.
Okay. So the researcher has taken photograph also. Day three activity. The child is different. Age group is different. Activity, observation, analysis. Okay, and some positive and negative attitudes. And this is the picture. I think that is the researcher and that is the child. Means she may mother as well as teacher, and she may only the teacher, and she is the object. So this is the day four. The object is different. Sahil is there, 6 year old. Date and time is also given. Activity is also clear. I assigned a simple task to the kid in which had to do finger painting and to draw fishes from finger painting. Yes, very good activity. So you should go there. Yes, this is the activities that she asked, that the teacher asked the child to make the fishes and color the fishes. Okay. And she has taken one photograph also with the child. This is day five. The object is again different. Analysis, arrangement, and then attitude is also she was energetic, excited, and happy. Negative activity was given to make some flowers and coloring some flowers. This is the photograph taken by the teacher and researcher. Day 6. Sandhya is the object child. Age, activity. What is the activity? Read the activity because you are not today, you are not interacting. This is a wonderful activity. Anybody can read. Is it visible?
I assigned a
Yes, sir.
simple task
Yeah.
to I assigned
What?
a simple task to the bed in which she had to make a bracelet with heads and with a thread.
Yeah.
Beads, sir.
With the beads and with a
With a thread,
thread.
sir.
Okay. So I think this activity is repeated with other child. Okay. So analysis is done, and conclusion, and this is the this is block 1. Unit 4 means one credit activity that researcher has done. Similarly, as per the prospectus, as per your curriculum, you have to take one more activity from block 1. So this is the unit 5. The researcher has taken unit 5. You may take unit 6, unit 7, unit 8, but he or she has taken unit 5. The, what is the home visit of a typical child and interviewing his or her parents and sibling? Aims is given, objectives are also given from your study material. So write, just copy, just write the objective, and you may little bit change objective as per the situation and as per your research. Guide the nursery school teacher. School name. This is the format. School name, name of the pupil, name of the father, occupation. As I already discussed, this is the 16 or 16 page questionnaire is there. You have to fill each and activity. So kids playing with musical. This you are just observing the child. What's they are doing. Uh, Researcher has taken one photograph, two photograph, three photograph. Natural. These are the natural photograph. And about the information about the health, like date of vaccination, if vaccination has been done or not. The signature of parents or guardian is there. Then again, some information of the child about their family. As I said, you may take your printed questionnaire or you may take your own in handwritten, or you may tick by asking the parents and mother of the child. Signature of father is there. Similarly, interview from mother. This is about we have discussed. This is this format is already there in the your study material. You have to just ask the mother and father and get it filled. Even diet, what he and she is taking in the different menus and times. Interview schedule of father again. This was the specific interview about their family. That was the about their individual child, and this is entire family. This is about the household and their uses. So this is the questionnaire based activity of Unit 5. Then you can take it, or you can take other activities which we have discussed in Unit number 6, 7, and 8. Whichever is convenient for you, please take it and complete your project. And based on these activities, whatever you are submitting to your regional center, there will be a final viva voce based on evaluation. So this is about your project, and this is from my side. I tried to best of my knowledge to discuss about this particular activities, although it was not assigned to me. It was assigned to Dr. Ashok, and he is out of station. Earlier he was not feeling well. So any question do you have? This is floor for you. Most welcome.
Sir, if we have any questions, can we have email ID of the sir?
Dr. Ashok?
Whosoever can support us, maybe yours or his.
No, since I am taking that, you can take my email ID. I am writing my email ID on chat
Sure,
box.
sir.
So activities 5 to 8, we can choose anyone. No?
Your voice is not clear.
So
Please repeat.
activities 5 to 8, we can choose anyone.
1 to 4, choose anyone. 5 to 8, choose anyone.
Okay. No, so you said no, block 1, we should choose 2 activities. I didn't
No,
understand.
no. Block 1 is divided in two parts. Part A is unit 1 to 4,
No.
right? Part B is unit 5 to 8. And from each part you have to take one activity. Means unit 1 to 4 you can take one activity, and unit 5 to 8 you can take one activity. Overall block number 2, 2 credit is there. So you have to take 2 activities. Is it clear?
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Please share your email ID, sir.
Yeah. I'm sharing. This is my email ID. If you have any specific question about this your project, I will feel happy to respond. Any other?
Sir, I have two more questions. Can I ask?
Yeah, please, welcome.
Okay. So one is when it says supporting documents. Is there any kind of supporting document which is needed from school as well in case
No,
if we
no,
go to
no,
school?
not required. Supporting documents means if you are discussing any activity, as I shown you that you may take photograph of activity,
Okay.
that is supporting document only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And
Rajeshwari,
is does it impact the marks if we take it from home for our own child or cousin's child who is 3 years or 5 years old?
you can take any child. There is no
Okay.
problem.
Or because at school there might be some limitations where they may not allow to take photographs or
Of course,
something.
of course. You can take the child whatever who is available within in your premises and vicinity. You can take.
Okay. And so the last one is basically for the questions which you were saying that it is asked in the Viva.
Yeah.
So as we are preparing MCS, it's all done by us. But any guidelines as to on what basis the Viva is, so that we can,
Based on this project only means how you have taken, how you have completed, what was the idea, why you have taken this particular activity. If this candidate has taken activity 5, unit 5, then there was some interest. There may be the interest of researcher because he or she was facing that kind of situation, so he thought that I should take this activity like that
okay,
only.
okay,
Based, it will be totally based on your project.
okay, perfectly fine, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Rajeshwari, do you have any question? Please unmute yourself.
Hello,
Yeah,
sir. Okay, sir.
please.
Fine.
No, no, something in your mind, no, no problem. Please ask. Otherwise, you can write on chat box also.
Okay. So can you just tell me again? Block two, we can choose two activities, right?
I have not discussed block 2 that I will discuss today. Sorry,
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow I will discuss block 2 if time permit. Next day I will block 3, then block 4. There are 4 blocks.
Okay.
Okay?
Sir,
So each block is like this only unit division,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
any one activity has to be
yeah,
taken.
yeah. It is given in the summary pages that what you have to do and how much activity you have to do from particular block.
Okay. So if this entire project we need to take it to the regional center,
Yeah.
what support we need to take from study center in that case?
No, no. It is the as I said, it is a individual activity that get it done or get it verified from your coordinator. That verified means that is the activity is done by not copied case actually. Because what happened? There are 2 people and 3 people take one activity and copied each another. In that case, originality lose, and sometimes the candidate may get zero answer.
Yeah, so my only question is that if we directly support it to the regional center, or we it is mandate for us to go to study center and get it that it is not copied one,
See,
because the
I think
study center is 50 kilometers or 80
no, no, no.
kilometers from my place.
Seema Kapoor, I think for that you have to read your. Otherwise, I will respond your question tomorrow because I am aware about how to complete, how to prepare your project.
Okay, sir.
Whereas to be submitted, I think it is a technical question. You should read your project guide and other things. Otherwise, I will respond tomorrow.
Sure,
Let
sir.
me check. Let me
Um,
check.
sure, sir.
Yeah. Anybody else? Akriti Tiwari, we are also attached picture of assignment. Which type of assignment? Akriti, are you able to listen me? See, assignment is different and this project is different. Both are entirely different work. Rajeshwari, have you joined late? Block 1 means?
यस सर डिस्कस नहीं हो पाया था सर प्लीज सर डिस्कस कर दीजिए
Which block one?
वन पर
MES, हैं?
पहला सर.
MES 085?
यस सर.
कोई बात नहीं, आप रिकॉर्डिंग रीजनल सेंटर चंडीगढ़ की वेबसाइट पर रिकॉर्डिंग इसको मिलेगी, उसको सुन लीजिएगा,
ओके ओके सर. ओके.
है ना.
हाँ
सी,
सर.
if any student, any learner
ओके सर.
could not attend any classes, they
ओके.
are advised, they are requested to please visit regional center Chandigarh website. All recordings are available there, so that will be the helpful even in your term and examination.
सर प्लीज सर अपना नंबर कर देंगे.
I have shared my email ID.
ओके सर.
So anyway,
Uh,
thank you.
Yes, sir. I want to ask one question.
Welcome.
Yes, sir. If we go to any preschool and uh, uh, do our regional center provide any permission letter because school required?
Definitely. If you ask regional center for kind of permission, they will give you kind of permission letter.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, it is a mandate of research that every researcher has to obtain kind of a permission letter from their host of institution for getting the research in the field. Otherwise, no school, no institution will allow the candidate. If you
Yes,
are
sir.
doing the activity on your own child, then no permission is required. Okay, so good time with you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू
Have a
सर.
nice.
Yes, sir.
Okay.